What is up, guys? Welcome back to another awesome episode of Railroads Online. Here we're down here at the Mountain Valley Railyard, which we just completed, and I just got that one uploaded. And somebody made a really interesting observation, one that I thought I solved with this kind of double reverse loop thing, but I realized that this person, the commenter, I'm sorry I forget the name, was actually correct. So what he said was, if you come down here with your locomotive and you like offload a train in one of the lanes and you want to head back north that way, you would need to come out to here and then back up all the way around back to here, and then you'd be facing the right direction on the main line. You'd be facing north, and then you can go, which would work. But that's a long ways to go in reverse. It's almost like my reversing lanes here won't really work too well. So what he recommended, and what I think I'm going to do, is before we extend this out and go to those industries, he said, let's put in a switch like this right here, and then have this hook back and tie in at the straight part right over here. That should give us a good way to just flip back around, heading back the other direction. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to tie this in, and then we're going to figure out what exactly we're gonna do with connecting up these industries. All right, I'm gonna get to work, and I'll be right back as soon as this is done. All right, and just like that, we got it done. Let's take a quick look at it here. This corner didn't come out so great. Come off these switches, kind of a big pain in the butt. That didn't turn out as straight as I'd wanted it to, but it is what it is. It's fine. So basically, it's just a single loop back, and we'll go run it here with Beast. All right, we're in Beast now, so I think we're lined up to take this loop. So if we came in here with a train, we disconnected the train, we wanted to just turn around and head back. We're gonna go brake off, reverse or forward, and let's just give it everything it's got. Oh, we gotta turn the brake off. So I hit it with my first shot, and I came off this switch right here, and it hits a 20-degree curve. And I don't know why I picked 20 degrees. I was like, if it's too short, it's great. You know, I can make it 15 or something like that. But 20 degrees pretty much hit it almost spot on. Of course, Beast doesn't have any issues on a 20-degree curve. It's a little tight, but Beast doesn't have any issues with it, so I think this is correct. We're gonna find out. So this is a switch that I put in to kind of hook it back in. And here I was thinking about putting like water towers and stuff like that, just if we need to in the future. Then we'll come back up here to the top, and these switches are probably okay. I haven't looked at any of these switches. I see one that's not, so we'll stop before then. But you get the idea, right? Now we're facing the other direction. We didn't need to use a turntable or anything. So thank you very much to whoever suggested that. I really do appreciate that. We're going to stop, hopefully, before we derail. There we go. We'll just leave Beast parked there. So now, let's head down to the other end. Let's get down to these industries. All right, here we are. Yeah, it's a little wobbly. I'm not going to redo it. I thought about it. Okay, so, well, let's do groundwork first. Constant grade. Actually, before we get too involved into this, let's talk about the plan. Because I asked your guys' opinion, and I got a couple of opinions. Let's go into the tool here. So here we are right here, and we're gonna run a line. And my thought was kind of twofold. One is we come down this way, and we hook it into here. We go past these loading docks. And we come down here and we come into the iron works, and we come around. Maybe we have the main line coming next to here, having a switch off or something. The main line would continue on through the cut here and come up to the refinery. Then the switch off point would do like a little roundabout thing go like that, and then come back to the oil field here. Or we come straight in, make like a main line that comes straight down here, branch off to go to the ironworks. The main line would continue through the cut, because I really kind of want to go through here. And it looks like these little hills here. I haven't scouted this part at all. This is still all wooded. I think I cut off my tree line. Let's go look at it. Teleport. So we're looking at that split right there. There is the ironworks. So that's right where I cut off all the trees. Or logging. You can kind of see way over there. I did all that. My plan was to actually go all the way and do this entire valley, but then I was like, that's a lot of trees, and I was getting tired of cutting down trees. So, but I could easily log this out. I mean, it's not that many in here, obviously. So let's run through there really quick. As you can see, it's just like the saddle. And so it's kind of a little split here. And as far as I can tell, this is all still one level. Just enough space for maybe two tracks in here. Not that we're going to do any kind of double tracking. I thought that'd be kind of cool, though. Do a little bit of double track. But, I don't know. I don't think it's very practical. Just to have it. I mean, it'd be fun. Maybe. I don't know. So I'm so decisive. So it looks like there's one of those little mounds right here. So the other one should be like over there somewhere. Let's look. Yeah, so we're on this one. So we got like a couple of them that come up to this platform. Now, how high is this platform? Let's teleport there. Wow, it keeps going up high. Okay. We're pretty high, but you know, we're on step 2 and we're looking at step 37 here. So let's go back to here and let's see how we're going to do this. So my initial thought, like I was saying, was come down here and go through here and then we'll snake it through here and then go up to there. I think that's a lot of excessive movements, right? So let's just bring a main line down here. We'll bring the main line through here and it'll terminate here. Then we'll Y off and we'll do like a loop around the ironworks. And up here on the main line, we'll just do a kind of a Y kind of a thing. And that'll bring us into the oil field. And we'll do that in a later video. Let's just get down here first. We'll make our main line kind of start going this way, but we'll branch off of it and make our little loop around here. So we can start bringing some trains that we have parked right here down to the ironworks. That's our goal, right? So basically we need to shoot this pretty much straight and maybe curve it around a little bit. But that's really a straight shot. So it's all one level. So let's go back in here. We'll go teleport back here. I love this tool. So basically, yeah, we just have to go that way. So let's just start running some track or some groundwork. All right, so we've arrived here at the ironworks. And as you can see, we're kind of far away from the docks, and I did that on purpose. This is the main line. We're going to branch off probably right here, maybe. It might be back there a little bit further. And it's going to go, we're going to kind of Y off and go that way. For now, though, I actually want to start angling this a little bit away from the docks. And the groundwork's messing up. There might be a little kink in it back there, one of those little glitchy spots. So we'll just kind of restart it here. And get it a little bit straight. Come out a little ways, alt lock it. I'm just going to give it like a 5-degree curve, kind of away from there a little bit. I just want to stay away. It's probably not necessary, but it's going to get pointed in this direction. Okay, and then we're going to go back the other way. Oh, go back the other way. Just a little bit. Something like that. 4 degrees. So again, this is going to be our main line. Then we're going to branch off and go to the industries. So then we'll just go right through this little split. Just like that. All right. It does a little snaky thing. Like I said, I might redo this. As you can see off in the distance there, we got this little bit of a bow to it, or a little bit of a dog leg to it, and it doesn't look right. I'm thinking about redoing the entire thing right now, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. So let's try this again, shall we? Let's delete everything, and we'll get it right. And so when I was coming in here last time, I'm looking at it like, okay, we're gonna hit that dock, the far end there. We don't want to do that. We want to give ourselves space for the locomotive and the rail line to be over there, but maybe there's enough. Get past the end of it here, like that. I think we'll be okay. Let's kind of bring this out like this, right about here, and we can tie back into it and start curving it into the split there. Okay, that looks a lot better. That looks like money. Just envisioning another loop. Do we need a loop coming? So if we have a loop going around this way, would that be a bad thing? Okay, let's take a look here. What I was thinking was we're gonna have a rail here, obviously, and it's gonna loop around that side, the south side of the ironworks here. We'll loop around, we'll pick up our materials, and then head to the oil field. And in looking at this too, thinking about this, let's go back to this map here now. Okay, so we come down, we offload our materials, we loop around, we pick up our materials. We don't necessarily need to go back to this main line just to come back off again. Everything that we pick up here, pretty sure, has to go over here. So if we just go this way, and then we do like a little loop and we come back maybe on the same line, instead of having maybe having a switch that goes this way. And then we just come back down and we have a little switch right here. This is going to curve, but then we have a Y, and then that goes up there. Maybe that's what we should do. Before I commit to that though, let's go back over here. We got tools and pipes, and tools and pipes only go there. Okay, so I think we're good. I think that's a great plan. So we don't need to loop this, like coming around this way back around is what I was trying to get at initially. And we don't need to come back in to this line either, which is going to simplify things. It's not going to be a double track, but it's going to be, you know, kind of a side-by-side track. The other track will be like over there and kind of go around the side of that hill. You can see the derricks over there in the distance. So that'll work. Now we just need to come back here a little bit. Probably about here or so. And let's just put down a switch. This is just a temporary switch just to kind of visualize the curve that we need to put in. You can see I'm backing up now because when I got the switch in my hands, I'm like, oh, okay, that's a little steep. So we'll do something like that. And that'll bring us off. It'll straighten out and will bring us right alongside those platforms. We just need to I don't want to do that. I was gonna say, let's just start building the rail from here. And we'll go off of the switch, because that switch looks pretty nice, but this switch is probably way off. I just want to delete that. And that kind of tells me where the groundwork needs to go. We'll come back to here. And we'll angle it just like this. Do an alt lock. Nice smooth curve. Kind of right into it here. That wasn't a nice smooth curve. Okay, let's let's start it here. I want to be parallel. Look at these edges right here. And that's nice and straight and parallel and pretty. So we need to figure out our groundwork. All right, in order to make this nice and straight groundwork, I laid down a cross piece and I lined up the rail with this beam that comes down, the support beam that comes down, as you can see. And then I ran some rail with the alt lock on it. And as you can see, it barely cuts into these beams. More so down here, obviously, it's turned slightly inward. Not a big deal at all, I don't think. And again, I'm just using this as a guide to lay down the groundwork. So what we're going to do now is figure out exactly where the groundwork needs to be. It doesn't need to be on the edge of the ties here. Doesn't need to be up here on the rail. Where does it need to be for the track to sit on it? So let's bring over our groundwork height. We'll cut it across like so. And then we'll just run some groundwork. Let's try, I'm thinking like the edge of the ties will be a good spot to start. So we'll get it semi-lined up here. And then we'll do that. And we'll just kind of run it right down the middle of these, off to the side of these ties. Something like that. Now we look at it and say, will this work? And I think that it will. I mean, if you imagine the rail, here's my little center mark spot. To a center mark spot, it's gonna be like that far away. That might be a little close. I'm thinking it is. I think that's gonna be a little close. All right, not a big deal. We can simply, easily remove this groundwork and try again. So that was right down the side of the ties. So now let's try going just off the ties. So what that tells me is that either A, the ties aren't exactly perfect. If you look down them, you can see some stick out further than others. And when we start getting down there at distances, it really starts making a difference. So what I think I'm going to do, actually, is if I use a crossover piece, let's demolish this, just get out of the way for now. If I put my crossover piece back here, and then I put another crossover piece here, and then I run track down this. I'm probably making this way too complicated. Alt lock. And these two tracks now are perfectly parallel. And this groundwork that's over to the left-hand side isn't. You can see. That's all right. We're just using it as a guide. So we know that if we put groundwork right on top of this rail, it's too close to the platform, but just barely. Or excuse me, if we put on the edge of the ties, it's too close to the platform. So what I was trying to do is maybe split the difference, and by pushing it out to here. So using this other one, trying to gauge the middle. Let's run down here. We'll grab our height. We got these two ties right there in the middle. That's what I'm going to aim for. So if we go boop, we want to be right in the middle. It doesn't take much to get us off, does it? Let's see here. Boop. And then alt lock. I think that looks pretty dang good. So now if we use our little trick with the rocks here, the rock texture. We go right in the middle of this rock. And we go right in the middle of this rock. That's where the actual track will be. And I think that that is plenty close and plenty far away. I think that's going to work just fine for us. Sweet. So let's delete everything minus the groundwork. We have our crossover piece where the switch was now. Now we just need to basically bring this over. We just need to basically cut that in there. And this groundwork that we have here probably needs to go away. And then we'll come off over here and we'll just tie into where that switch is going to go. Easy peasy. Like so. Kind of missed the mark a little bit with the crossover piece, but that's okay. That's not a permanent thing at all. We need to make our little loop, and we'll just terminate it right over there. But we need to loop it around. And it's got to be smooth. It's got to be correct. So I'm thinking, I'm going to come over here and take a look really fast. If we use the edge of the building as a guide, and we want to come right alongside these platforms. Are they offset? They are offset. You see that this one is actually slightly inside of this one. That's not a big deal. We'll go off to the outside one and we'll bring our line over here and then we'll loop it around and connect over there. So we'll do the same trick. And then we bring it back. This is probably all so unnecessary. You can probably freehand it. Be done and probably look just as good, if not better. Basically, we run some double parallel track here. Bring over our groundwork. We want to go right in the middle here. Do an alt lock. And we look at it. Too far away. Too close. I'm actually moving my head around to try and see. I think it might be a little far away. Let's see here. Let's do our little trick. We'll that's what this game is a bunch of little tricks. Put down our track where it's going to go, and I think by looking at that, well, I can't drop anything on there to see if the track is too far away or not, but it is nice and straight. I think we'll be okay. Even down there, I mean, I don't know how long these are, you know, exactly where it needs to fall actually, so this all might be for naught, but we got some groundwork here now, so delete these rails out of here. So this is where our groundwork is going to live. And like I said, I'm not even sure if it's the right distance away. I wish these would just spin with nothing on it and I could see the height of it. But if we need to move it over, it won't be my first time needing to do that, so not a big deal. Okay, so let's make this loop now. We'll come off this as straight as we can. Let's see, we need another rock. There it is. We go about there on that rock. It's weird how I got all the rocks like memorized where my anchor points are. That's what I call them. And we do alt lock, and we're going to come right to the edge of the building. And I'm looking to see right like there. So this is going to be like our starting point. Okay. We're going to come out a minimal distance, and we're going to go some degree of curve at some point. We'll come out 1, 2, let's do 3. 3, let's do 4. 4, there we go. And then we're going to start hooking this around. So we'll come out and let's try like 20 degrees. 20 degrees is pretty sharp. I don't want to go much more than that. We definitely don't want to go over 30. And basically, we just run this around and see where it comes out. Thinking that 20 is a little too shallow by a lot. Okay. Hopefully, we don't need to like balloon it out. That's going to kind of screw up our main line there. Oh, we'll see. Not quite. And see this one here, if we were to straighten that out, would be heading off in that direction. So we need to sharpen it up just a little bit. Let's try 29 degrees. That's what this is. You know, it's trying to dial it in. That's how you make good looking track, at least in my opinion. Good looking track is symmetrical. It's straight. It's even. You got to put in the time to get it done right. Okay, you know what? That's gonna be, I think 28.5 would be perfect for us. But what if we just, well, yeah, let's try 28.5. Like I say, we just start straightening that out. But I want to hit it right on the money. I want this to be perfect. Yeah, that was my rocket. I was like, it looks a little different. All right. Go there. All minimal distance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come out again. 28. And a half. That's 0. Let's do that one at 5. Now I'm just kind of working it over here. There we go. So that's not bad. I mean, you can't really tell that at all. We didn't come out the 4 straight pieces like we did over there. So it's not 100% symmetrical. Let's look at it on the overhead here. Yeah, you can see it's not perfectly symmetrical, but it's close enough. Like there's no big old flat straight spots or anything like that. So I think we're good. And then, like I said, this will continue kind of going probably perfectly straight here, and it'll hook over and go into there. So, but we'll do that later. For now, let's get this straightened out. As I say, let's run some track on this, but looking at this now, make this a little bigger here. Looking at this here, it's like that could be a lot straighter. There we go, that's better. So yeah, it was actually right up here, right when we hooked into the initial groundwork, that it actually messed up, it glitched out, and it had it going more south, directly south than it should have. So fixed it up. This is a little bitty 5-degree curve to kind of get us pointed in the right direction. And then this here is another 5-degree curve. And yeah, there we go. So now I'm going to screen back up to here, teleport here, and I'm going to start laying track. All right, so we're here in the Cook Maverick, and I am pulling 7 hoppers of coal, and we're going to take it down to the iron ore mine on our very brand new route. This is going to be awesome. I am super excited. This has been a long time in the making. I just checked all the switches. Everything should be right. So let's drive some trains finally in RailRoads Online, and let's get down here to the ironworks where we can actually start, making some more money. We have plenty of money. I did all that grinding, so I got money for days now, but I'd like to continue the game, continue the saga of the Ramblin Railroad. And this, I am very happy with this rail yard right here. We'll start delivering products to here instead of over at the... That's poking out too far. Stop! Stop! Maybe we'll just kind of nudge them. No, we're going to glitch right through it. All right. Whoa. Will those go too? Okay. That's close. All right, so we're going to start delivering products here versus going to the freight depot to store them. They'll be stored here more or less. So there shouldn't really be any outbound cars here unless they're empty. And so I was thinking about maybe making like the freight depot the outbound. Like all those lanes there are just all outbound. And this is all kind of inbound stuff, right? Anything that's going to be here is going to be continuing on to whatever fields we have down here. And I also decided, well, we'll talk about it when we get down there, but we kind of came up with a plan about how to route to the oil field. And I like it. It's a good plan, but I saw something while I was down there building all that track that it was like, oh, maybe that's not going to work so well. We'll talk about it when we get down there. Looks like I forgot a crossover piece there. That's why I used to get this section here nice and straight. Shouldn't cause us any problems. Nope. Perfect. Let's keep rolling. This is so cool. I'm zoomed all the way out. Heading down, finally, to the ironworks. How cool is this? Finally. Maverick is doing perfect pulling these cars. Are really super heavy. I was only able to pull 4, maybe 5. I think maybe I got one load of 5 up the grade using Maverick from the smelter, is where I was storing them down there at the smelter station. So, but on this nice flat area, he's pulling 7, no problem. We got the oil field over there in the background. We'll get to there next, because I believe we're going to start making products for the oil field. That's what this is all about. We got to get that oil. Everybody needs oil right now. Seems like we got an energy crisis, so I've been told. Definitely feel it at the gas pump, that's for sure. So what I was thinking, we have to deliver lumber here as well, and we can turn and burn lumber fairly quickly. So instead of having a line that goes around this curve, this little hill right here, we will still have that, but we're going to do another Y. And we're going to have that other Y come off, and it's going to tie back in here someplace. And it might make sense just to come back over here, tie in, then come out. But, meh. We'll do our original plan. But we're just going to have a Y coming off of here. It's going to come over here and tie into this line. So we can go around, deliver our lumber, turn and burn, get back to the sawmill, load up more lumber, and it'll all be great. So finally, this is happening. This is so cool. It's been a long time in the making. I've been thinking about this day for a long, long time. You can see that's where I stopped logging. A lot of trees got removed out of here. A lot of work. My finger got really sore clicking the mouse. All right, we're going to get off the regulator. I think it's the last platform down here is where we'll unload. Hopefully we're close enough. Should be. Definitely going to save it. I haven't saved in a while. We're definitely going to save it. All right. Could do the rolling unload, but I don't really see a point in that. I'm going to pull up a little bit closer here. I can go back and look at the notes too and see what we're going to be getting per hopper car, but it doesn't really matter. We got tons of money, like I was saying. That's what grinding does for you. All right, I just saved. Let's get these unloaded. And it is going in. That is excellent. Holds 1,000 coal. That's a lot of coal. That's a lot of trips to the coal mine. I don't know if that one's going to be on the platform or not. It looks like it will be. We'll see here. We just saved it, so if we have to reload, it's not a big deal. So we got 20 in there now. 21. All right, so we can. Nice. Probably could have pulled forward a little bit close, a little bit further, but it's going in. All right, well, that's going to do it for this one, folks. Thank you so much for checking us out today. I had a lot of fun making this one. We finally did it. We finally got here. We're opening up that next chapter of the Ramblin Railroad, like I was saying, and I'm super excited. Hopefully the developers get that update to us soon. That's going to be just game-changing in of itself. I might continue this off camera, making this loop go around, but I'll definitely show the oil field, mostly because I don't know where to actually get the oil. I think I found that out when I first found the oil field. I don't know where to get it from. So I know we have to get oil, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Not a big deal. All right. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Take care, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.